Hi, my fellow Pisces. This is Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings. I am back from my hiatus to jump into these end of March readings, going into April, seeing what energies we're carrying from the equinox on through this full moon, and what we should be expecting, what's coming up, what we're releasing, what we're working through. I will be using the Game of Thrones Tarot here, and I will also be using my Wild Starfire oracle that I made myself. That is a work in progress. I'll be grabbing like a card to several cards from that at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle here, although I've shuffled extensively. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Pisces. So go ahead and check your other signs throughout, and welcome also to the cross watchers who are trying to see what us mermaids are up to. More folk. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and go with the jumpers because I have shuffled a lot. All right, I'm seeing some family issues here going on, namely some home wrecking and things of that nature that has gone on. I am also seeing, yes, we have the Ten of Cups reversed. Right here, let me pull some up so you can see them better. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Hierophant reversed. We have the Ten of Wands reversed and the Six of Swords. So some of you are definitely leaving some toxic situations and just refusing to be in family dynamics that are horrid. We have here, being the Game of Thrones tarot, we have Sam, and he is leaving his family actually and taking an heirloom with him, but refusing the negative father figure who is not accepting of him and is very critical to his happy family that he's provided. And your subconscious card also has Sam on it here, which is Temperance, trying to find balance with things that are different, trying to not just be stuck in rigid molds that are endangering to your family. Excuse me. Now, for some of you, this is trying to deal with, like I'm hearing, student loans. This is you trying to deal with landlords, bankers, things of that nature, judges who for some reason are in positions of power to potentially wreck some of your family happiness here. Some of you, Pisces, unfortunately, are causing this yourself. You're causing havoc in the family. You're doing things that are, you're just covert behaviors, kind of sneaking around, doing little shady things that you ought not be doing that are setting the family on edge. So if you're doing that, beware, because I'm seeing the Ten of Wands reversed and the Six of Swords. So literally these cards are so crystal clear about dropping the baggage and moving on. So if you've been being the baggage to someone else, if you've been really putting a lot on your family and expecting them to just take it, this is a sign that they're going to get clear of it and they're going to move on. And now for you, Pisces, who are dealing with this situation of these toxic people who are endangering your family, this is the energy of moving on. For some of you, there can be an actual physical move. For some of you, it is more of an internal state of mind and just getting away from the toxic people themselves. Maybe not necessarily relocating, depending on the situation, but having a stronger sense of self and having a new mindset about what you will allow yourself to be burdened with and what is just kind of reevaluating what you consider toxic in a relationship. All right, let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys this right now. For those of you who have been just arguing tooth and nail with somebody who has an addiction problem, there really is no arguing with them on this, okay? I'm seeing signs of addiction here. We have the Devil card with the Star reversed, with the Hangman. All very much cards that point, especially together, that can point in certain aspects to that for me. And I see here we have the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Coins. So you want to talk to this person and talk some sense into them. You're probably pulling in a like a mother figure or a grandmother figure or just the mom friend to kind of talk to this person and try to whip them into their place and things of that nature. Those are not tactics that are going to work to get this person healthy. And here we have you being the Queen of Swords, getting very much fed up with it. Now, for some of you Pisces, you're the ones dealing with these addictive behaviors, and it's someone else from the outside, someone who has air in their chart, someone who has earth in their chart, probably most particularly. Could also be fire signs. We have Sagittarius, Libra, Capricorn, some Aquarius and Pisces here as well. Well, you're Pisces, but yeah, so there's definitely others getting tired of it and getting tired of talking to you, but still trying to give you that benefit of the doubt. If you are the Pisces who is dealing with, escapist behavior, addictions. For some of you, I'm seeing sexual addictions. For some of you, I'm seeing substance abuse of some kind of narcotic thing going on. So I do think that, the partner is going to be ready to leave. For those of you who are engaging in that behavior and you think that this person won't leave, that split is coming and it is there. And then at heart, it's like this person's already separate from you. And I think for some of you who you feel the tactic is to drive them and their support system away from each other, maybe that's hearkening back to the beginning of the reading there, pulling apart the family dynamics and trying to breed mistrust there, it's going to come out. It's going to come out in the light. So if you've been, subtly trying to tell your partner that, trying to convince them to get away from a strong friend or family member because you don't want them to realize your own bullshit, it's going to come out. And vice versa, Pisces. I do feel like there are a lot of Pisces that are guilty of this right now, so I keep saying it as if Pisces is the one who's doing the negative, but I'm not doing all that. So for those of us who are not doing that, you could be witnessing someone close in your life that is going through this, or you could be directly having this done to you by others. So just know that if you are starting to let someone get in your head about a strong family member or friend that you have, you might want to reevaluate that, especially if the person has these toxic patterns and addictive behaviors. They're probably doing that to pull you away from your solid roots so that you don't hear constantly about how negative they're being with their addictive behaviors, okay? All right, so let's do a few more flips. Okay, now I see you guys making a comeback. So this is a new, fresh storyline here. I see Pisces making a comeback from things that they're suffering, but at the same time, it's going to be by your own grit. All right, so this storyline very much reminds me of, we have Khaleesi here, when she went and she was, going around kind of begging for people to help her, and she ended up not getting any, real resources or financial help from everyone, who was all very closed in. And it was like this horrible moment. They took her dragons to the tower, but then she ended up making it work herself by being who she was and working herself and being the comeback kid, and then moves on to Marine to conquer there. So Game of Thrones reference, but strongly with this deck, but it's kind of that energy. So for you Pisces, you might not be receiving just like in hand different aids that you're wanting, different financial help that you need, and that could be something that really slows you down and makes you really sad and worrying about it. For some of you, I'm seeing insurance that you're waiting. I'm seeing someone pass away and that just not being able to be healed and sealed up. You're waiting for inheritance or insurance or something of that nature from someone that you love dearly. Some of you, there might have been confusion a little bit because you were dating the person but not fully married, or you were engaged or something of that nature. Could have been another water sign or a Scorpio. Well, they are a water sign, but so yes, your help is going to come from your own drive, your own free will, your own just beating the battery ram and kind of demanding to be let in versus getting aid from places. Not that you shouldn't try to still set up what you need for the future with loans and things, but right now that's not what's helping you get around this tower moment. And the tower is hitting here for I feel like some of your resources that you had. For instance, if you could always rely on your mom to help you out, it's like your mom is getting hit with the tower right now. And so she, maybe has something going on with her where her finances are tied up, and now she can't give you, the temporary loan she'd normally be able to. So it's kind of like the resources of Pisces are getting their own tower moments, and this is then reflecting on you because nothing's coming through. We do see you making it. The Six of Wands, if you've had to leave a job temporarily, if you've had to leave an area or home, there's this sense of coming back to either feeling resolved with that situation or coming back to something better. You could even get rehired at a place that you worked before and be in a better position moving forward, or you might move back to your same neighborhood or same town, but in a better apartment or a better side of town in that area. So Knight of Cups, Pisces, with the Death card and the Five of Cups, really needing to let things go in the past. And see, this right here is why the tower moments are happening. You have the Death card here, but you're not accepting it because there's this grief that you're just learning now to let go of, because you can be so emotional or unemotional sometimes. It's kind of like the cups reversed. They either are so emotional that it's unbearable, or they close all their emotion up, and usually it's kind of both extremes. And so we have here not really dealing with this energy of death, trying to stop it, pretend it's not happening, because you don't want to feel the grief and process. And that's exactly the kind of stuff that makes the tower come and just break all that shit open. So, but right now it's saying it's not really helpful for that to happen. So for some of you who think, oh, this is just my life, it's just karmic, this and that, the universe is saying, no, it's not really helpful for us to have to come and do that for you. So if you handle shit yourself, and you put it down like that, then we don't have to come in and, finagle things, mix things up, all of this, because we don't need to do that right now. It's not your path that you have to keep suffering. It's not your path you have to keep being without finance. It's not your path that you have to keep being worried about a job or your home. But because you're not moving forward and accepting your greater gifts because you're afraid of the burden of them, and you have some sadness and grief about things in the past that you haven't been able to get over, particularly probably with one of your latest relationships, or one that you're just very engaged in. I do feel like this is a more recent one than one way back in the day. Because of that, your energy being there is causing the universe to kind of come in and step in and handle things. And so you might see that expressed in others, where they're just tired of having to try to help and be there, because it's like, no, you really could be successful. You really could be set up, and you need to keep going for that until this vibration of loss and stagnation is really gone from your energy field. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your oracles for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, end of March into April. Okay, there's one, and oh my gosh, there's a few that pulled up. Okay, 4. Some people only got 1, some had 4 come out. So you got 2 cards that no one else has gotten. This one has come up quite a bit. And there is no birth that is not bloody, with the butterfly. So again, that death. You're here trying to hang out in that cocoon, and you have to come out. And it's going to feel a bit dramatic and tragic maybe, or, just alien to what you previously known. But here we have that butterfly energy and that needing to grow. And it's like, as much as you love yourself in your life, because you do, and in some parts of your life you're just proud of yourself, you've accomplished so much, you are going to learn to love yourself and at a whole new level of accomplishment, at a whole new level of skills and love and all these kind of different things internally that you haven't even birthed out and stretched and grown into yet. So really allowing yourself that. And here we have How by Truly Being, it says. So wildflower, in the fields of wildflowers sprung from joy, I and my nakedness merge with these scenes, again returning, all at once remembering, truly being. Wildflowers. All right, because this one here, I don't want to be another faker. She was at once wise and completely wild, eccentric. I don't have to hide anymore. I don't have to pretend and hold back. So letting this unique side of yourself come out and really claiming all of your transformations and not asking permission is huge for you during this time frame, Pisces. And then here we have wild burlesque, be daring, kinky. We have indulgent, let them eat cake, Maria Antoinette, and we have a candle. Here it says, but first, let me take a selfie. So really getting to the place where you can feel good about yourself. For those of you who I referenced earlier, some people have some sex addiction, working on that and to get into that with a healthy way. So it doesn't mean that, you know, we're villainizing sex, that we're villainizing the body. It's all about having the proper balance of things and going through a rebirth, shedding what is, you know, not healthy and getting in touch with things in a healthy way. All right, so that is your reading, Pisces. I hope it resonated with you. Go ahead and comment and subscribe and let your friends know what's going on over here on the channel and see what theirs is. A little cross watching. All right, I'll talk to you soon.